There are places in the world where myths blend with landscapes, where history feels alive, and where nature reigns supreme. Scotland is one of those places. Imagine castles perched on cliffs, misty glens, the sound of bagpipes echoing through ancient streets, and winds that whisper tales of ancient warriors. But this isn't just a journey through postcards and stereotypes. It's a dive into the soul of a country where tradition and modernity coexist in unexpected ways. Scotland is a land of contrast. Wild, untamed mountains paired with vibrant, buzzing cities. Whether you seek adventure, culture, or history, Scotland promises to leave its mark on your heart. Cue evocative Celtic instrumental music as we pan across Scotland's iconic landmarks and natural wonders. A land of legends and landscapes. Scotland's magic is in its stories. This is a land where legends are as much a part of the landscape as the hills and lochs. You'll hear tales of Nessie, the mythical monster that haunts Loch Ness, as you cruise across the vast, mysterious waters. You'll wander through ancient forests that seem straight out of folklore, where it's easy to believe in the fairies and spirits of old. But it's not just the myths that capture the imagination. It's the landscape itself. The Scottish Highlands are like nothing else on Earth, with their jagged peaks, rolling moors, and mist-covered valleys. It's easy to feel as though you've stepped into a storybook. Visit the Glenfinnan Viaduct, the arched railway bridge made famous by the Harry Potter films, or hike through Glencoe, where the beauty of the mountains is both stunning and haunting. Then there's Edinburgh, Scotland's capital, a city that feels like it's stepped out of another era. Walk the Royal Mile, lined with medieval architecture and storytelling tours, or explore Edinburgh Castle, which has stood watch over the city for centuries. Scotland isn't just a destination, it's an experience woven with the threads of legend, nature, and time. Best time to visit and weather. Scotland's beauty is ever-changing with the seasons, so when to visit depends on what kind of experience you're after. Spring, March to May, is a time of renewal, with blooming flowers and baby animals dotting the fields. The weather is mild, making it perfect for hikes through the Highlands or exploring the many gardens across the country. Summer, June to August, offers long daylight hours, often referred to as the midnight sun in the northern regions. This is the perfect time to visit Scotland's islands, like Skye or the Outer Hebrides, or attend festivals such as Edinburgh's Fringe Festival, the largest arts festival in the world. Fall, September to November, brings a blaze of orange and red as the leaves turn, especially around the Loch Lomond and the Trossachs National Park. It's a quieter time to visit, with fewer tourists, but still plenty of charm. Winter, December to February, might be cold and dark, but it brings its own magic, especially if you're after cozy pubs, snow-dusted castles, and even the chance to see the Northern Lights in Scotland's far north. Things to do in Scotland. Whether you're an adventurer, a history buff, or a city explorer, Scotland offers something for everyone. 1. Hike the Highlands and visit Glencoe. Glencoe is one of Scotland's most dramatic landscapes. It's perfect for hiking, photography, or simply taking in the view. Every step you take here feels like walking through history, with the mountains silently standing as witnesses to centuries of Scottish tales, battles, and legends. 2. Discover the Isle of Skye. The Isle of Skye is a paradise for nature lovers and photographers alike. Its unique landscapes, from rugged cliffs to serene lochs, make it one of Scotland's most iconic and picturesque destinations. 3. Explore Edinburgh's Royal Mile and Castle. No trip to Scotland is complete without a visit to Edinburgh. Wander down the Royal Mile, where each building seems to tell its own story, and end your journey at Edinburgh Castle, perched high on a rocky outcrop. The views of the city from the castle are unforgettable. 4th, experience Loch Ness and hunt for Nessie. Whether you believe in the Loch Ness Monster or not, a visit to Loch Ness is a must. Take a boat trip across its dark waters, explore Urquhart Castle on its shores, and soak in the mystery that surrounds this iconic location. Where to stay, from luxurious hotels to charming guest houses, Scotland offers a range of accommodation to suit any budget. For a truly unique experience, stay in a castle hotel. Many of Scotland's ancient castles have been transformed into luxurious accommodations, such as Inverlochie Castle or Dalhousie Castle, where you can live like royalty for a night. If you're more into nature, there are plenty of quaint bed and breakfasts scattered across the countryside, particularly in the Highlands or on Skye. For city stays, Edinburgh and Glasgow offer everything from 5-star hotels to affordable hostels. Wherever you choose to stay, you'll find Scottish hospitality to be warm and welcoming. Food and local cuisine. Scotland's food scene is often surprising. It's not all about haggis, though if you're feeling adventurous, you should definitely give it a try. Start with a hearty Scottish breakfast, featuring black pudding, potato scones, and bacon. For lunch, sample the world-famous Scottish salmon, or indulge in some freshly caught lobster or oysters along the coast. Don't miss a chance to visit a whiskey distillery. Scotland's whiskey, often called the water of life, is an integral part of the culture. Whether you're on the Isle of Islay, known for its smoky whiskies, or touring a distillery in the Highlands, whiskey tasting is an experience that will leave you appreciating the craftsmanship behind every bottle. Pair your drink with some shortbread or a slice of crenation, a traditional dessert made with oats, raspberries, whiskey, and cream. Essential travel tips. Before you pack your bags, here are some tips to make your trip to Scotland even more memorable. Currency. Scotland uses the British pound, GBP. While cards are widely accepted, especially in cities, it's a good idea to carry some cash for more remote areas or smaller shops. Language. English is the primary language, but you may hear Scots Gaelic spoken in parts of the Highlands and Islands. Learning a few basic phrases like Slaint, cheers, or Teud mille failte, 100,000 welcomes, will endear you to the locals. Getting around. Scotland's transport system is excellent. Trains, buses, and ferries make it easy to travel between cities and rural areas. Renting a car is recommended if you plan to explore the Highlands or islands at your own pace. Respect the landscape. Scotland's wild beauty is fragile. Follow the Scottish Outdoor Access Code, which encourages you to leave no trace, respect wildlife, and close gates behind you when passing through farms. As the mists roll over the mountains and the lochs reflect the fading light, one thing becomes clear. Scotland isn't just a place you visit. It's a place that lingers with you long after you've left. It's the echo of ancient battles on the breeze, the warmth of a fireside dram after a day of exploring, and the feeling of standing in a land where history and nature intertwine like nowhere else. Scotland is a country that speaks to the soul, whether in the quiet of its wild places or the vibrancy of its cities. But no guide, no video can truly capture the magic. That's something you'll have to experience for yourself. So until your feet find their way to Scotland's shores, let its stories and landscapes inspire you. And when you're ready, Scotland will be here, waiting, timeless, and unforgettable.